Hello and welcome. Welcome to this business presentation where we're going to learn all about an incredibly successful company which is spreading around the world right now and providing income opportunity for literally more than 2 million people in what we call the new economy and the cryptocurrency economy. We'll be talking about the pre-launch of a new token which launches on the 30th of this month. So literally, I'm going to be talking to you about how you can generate 5 different streams of income, and there's probably a few more as well, but do sit back, do take notes, and I'll go through the presentation within the course of the next 60 minutes, and I'll keep it as simple as possible because I believe that simplicity is the key to the game. Okay, so let's share my screen and let's get started. So this is the company we're talking about, a company called PLCU Ultima. Okay, so let me just move this out of the way. That will help matters for everybody. A company called PLC Ultima. And first and foremost, I've got to go through this disclaimer because cryptocurrency, of which we are a major player, is an unregulated marketplace. Now, that might excite some people, it might disappoint other people, but because it's an unregulated marketplace, we have to provide this disclaimer just to indicate that I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not giving financial advice. You have to watch the content of this presentation to make a calculated decision if this is going to be the right thing for you moving forward. However, what I can tell you is that I used to be a qualified financial advisor in the UK before I moved to Spain 24 years ago. And I was also a financial advisor working in Abu Dhabi, which is about an hour's drive away from Dubai. So I do have experience of advising people on the best way to grow their capital, particularly for retirement and for a later date. But those are what we call regulated products, things like pensions, etc. But I can tell you from my personal experience, the only people getting rich really from those pensions and regulated products are the people selling those products and the people creating those products. In the cryptocurrency market, it is possible to make an incredible return on capital, but of course it comes with an element of risk. I'm going to be sharing what that risk is during the course of this presentation. So yes, we're talking about digital currency or cryptocurrency. And cryptocurrency is one of those things right now where I would say most people have probably got an opinion of cryptocurrency, but they don't have any experience. And for your information, I bought my first Bitcoin, which is the most popular cryptocurrency on the market. I bought my first Bitcoin probably over 10 years ago now, when the value of Bitcoin was less than $250 a coin. I believe at the last time I checked, it was around about $26,000, $27,000 a coin. So for those people who got in early, when Bitcoin was created around about 2009, they became very, very wealthy because it was launched into the marketplace at 10 cents. And some people took a bit of a gamble and thought, well, it sounds okay, so I'll buy $1,000 worth of this thing called crypto, this thing called Bitcoin, and they became very, very wealthy very quickly. However, more people than most have actually lost money in crypto, and I'm going to share with you how that happens. But I want to tell you that today, major financial institutions like Goldman Sachs and Morgan Stanley and all the major banking institutions around the world are all putting more and more of their assets into the cryptocurrency market because they're finding that they're generating a far better return for their shareholders, for their investors, by investing in these markets than they are by investing in the traditional financial markets like the commodity market and the stock market, etc. And the reason that is because these institutions and the banks, etc., they employ highly experienced and competent professional traders, and they trade these markets. So they know exactly when to get in the market, when to get out of the market, and they can make tremendous profits. However, if you're not a professional trader or you have no experience of trading, then that's not the way to make money, because what most people do is they do enter the market But because of the volatility, when the value of the crypto goes down, they typically sell their crypto and they typically sell it at a loss. So that's how most people lose their money. The other way is many people get involved with different companies which have appeared over the last 5 or 10 years, promoting different projects, whether it be a mining project, a trading project, maybe something called arbitrage, where they're promoting something that might generate 1% per day, 2% per day, or even more. And I would say all of these companies have disappeared without exception. What we are looking at with this company is a company which has been established now for more than 7 years and has a history of success. Of course, with all companies, it has had a learning curve. It's made a few mistakes in the past, but they've learned from those mistakes and they're still in business 7 years later with now more than 2 million members. So many people are calling cryptocurrency the biggest transfer of wealth in history. And many entrepreneurs like Elon Musk are involved in a big way in cryptocurrency. And some companies, or some countries, should I say, have actually adopted cryptocurrency as their major form of currency. Countries like El Salvador. And over there in Africa, in Kenya, I believe they're also very, very big in cryptocurrency. But speaking of the UK, they've also quoted that in the next decade, that's within the next 7 years, they will be introducing their own cryptocurrency. So I believe that cryptocurrency will become the major form of currency moving forward. And we just have to make preparations for that and make sure that we're sitting on the right side of the fence financially. So this is the company, PLC Ultima. It has been in business now since 2016. So that's more than 7 years. We've now got more than 2 million members. We've got more than 11 different blockchain-related projects with 4 offices globally and their head office based in Dubai. Now, whilst I was over there in Dubai, I had the chance to visit their head office. It's in the main business area of Dubai called Jumeirah Lake Towers. They occupy 3 floors in a beautiful, tall office building, and everybody's welcome. So if you happen to be in that area and you want to go meet some of the leaders, you can either make an appointment or literally turn up. You'll be made very welcome. And the office, in fact, even invite people, for those people who want to take this business very seriously, to actually work from the office. So how about that? You can work from a professional environment, working with leaders and running this as a proper business. So this is the owner of the company, an individual called Alex Reinhardt. He's described as one of the 10 most influential people in the cryptocurrency industry. He's a venture capitalist. He's got a history of success in business, and he drives this business forward. And his vision for the company is to have 100 million members, of which he believes more than 1 million of them, that's 1 in 100, will become millionaires. And this is the turnover last year. So literally between January and October 2022, the total revenue of the company was 1,145,000,000 euros. Now, this is a technology company, and they generate their revenue by selling technology. And they sell their technology in the form of a license. This license allows people to literally produce cryptocurrency on their mobile phone or on their tablet. Or if they choose, they can register a free account, they can buy one of these licenses, and they can literally start producing these coins directly from their account without having to download any applications, and keeping it very, very simple. So literally somebody can register a free account, buy a license, and start producing these coins literally within 10 or 15 minutes with little or no experience at all whatsoever. So it points out there that over 700 million was shared to the community, and that's correct, because at the time, the company was sharing 70% of their revenue to the community, because they know that the value of these coins depends entirely on the size of the community. So since then, the company have actually increased the payout to the community. They now pay out 80%. So for every 1 billion euros of revenue, the company will be paying out 800 million to the community. So that means that those people who are helping to develop this community are generating significant income, and some people are literally becoming millionaires and multimillionaires. So as I mentioned, the goal is to have €1 billion of revenue on a monthly basis, and the next goal is to have 10 million users. So we believe that's going to happen in the next 12 or 18 months. So I call this the Amazon or the Facebook or the Apple, if you like, of the cryptocurrency market. And of course, if we're going to get involved in the cryptocurrency market, it would make sense to get involved in what we believe is the market leader. So this is what we call the PLC Ultima ecosystem. And I'm here today to talk specifically about the PLCUX minting, this in the bottom right-hand corner, and also to talk about the pre-launch of our new token launching on the 30th of March, literally in 8 days' time. But I just want to quickly go over these different projects which are already established, and these have already been transferred to our new smart blockchain. So previously we had a couple of blockchains hosting our different coins, but we also provide our members access to a MasterCard. So these members can acquire this MasterCard when they buy a minting license costing €1,100 or more, and this is completely free of charge. They do have to pay an activation fee to be able to use this MasterCard, but this MasterCard allows them to transfer currency from their account, including their income, onto this card and spend literally anywhere in the world where MasterCard is accepted. In addition to this MasterCard, you also have access to a fully functional, fully regulated bank account. And this is regulated by the FCA in London. So this online bank account allows you to deposit fiat currency, which could be Australian dollars, it could be Nigerian naira, it could be euros, it could be whatever your national currency happens to be. You can then convert this currency into crypto, and you can then start loading your crypto minting farms with your crypto and transferring those incomes onto this debit card. In addition, we've got an e-commerce website, we've got crowdfunding, we've just recently launched our own internal crypto exchange, which is a little bit like Binance, and that's going to be hugely profitable. And the token that people will be using to pay for converting currencies in that exchange will be our new token called Ultima Token. And if you look on Binance, for example, at their token called BNB, you'll find that it's valued at literally hundreds of dollars. So nobody knows what the value of our coin is going to rise to, but we are in the right time, in the right place. And as I say, we've got all these projects, and all these projects will require payment in this new token called Ultima Token. We've also got a travel platform. So you might have booked your travel in the past with an online travel portal. I certainly did when I went to Dubai recently. And this company have acquired a similar kind of portal, but this company are not adding their profit margin. So what that means is you'll be able to book your travel in the future and save up to 90% when you book your hotels, your cruises, and your flights, etc. We've got a 100% cashback program. Previously, we had a 50% cashback program. And with the 50% cashback program, we have many people buying real estate, especially in Dubai, where we've got a collaboration with Emaar, which is the country's largest property developer in Dubai. We have another collaboration with a company called Damac. And we've also got a collaboration with a car dealer in Dubai and also one in Germany as well, where people have been acquiring supercars, including McLarens and Ferraris and Lamborghinis with a 50% cashback. And also in Germany, where they've been acquiring Audis, BMWs and Mercedes. And I've got videos that show those members literally driving away with those brand new cars with a 50% cashback. We've now increased that, in fact, so it's now what we call 100% cashback. But let me just talk about the PLCUX minting, and that's on this slide here. So to be involved with minting, previously we used to download 2 applications to our smartphone or to our tablet. One is a wallet and one is a minting farm. And we are minting for something called PLCUX. Today, we don't have to download those applications if we don't choose to. We can be involved with something called DBX, minting, which is short for dashboard minting of the X, or dashboard minting for PLCUX. And with that option, there's no need to download any applications. So it's a simple three-step process. You acquire the coins, and we'll show you how to do that. And once you've acquired those coins, you'll buy a minting license, and I'll show you the different minting licenses that are available. Once you've bought that minting license, then your account will be connected via means of what we call a smart contract to the blockchain. And for every 100 coins that you deposit into your account, you're going to receive 60 PLCUX coins every single month. And that's because you're going to receive 60% per month based on what you deposit into your minting farm. And that's basically how it all works. But it's all because of the smart contract. And in a few moments, I'll show you how the smart contract has been working for me. So, of course, with any business, there's an element of risk. I believe the biggest risk with crypto is the risk of volatility. So what we're advising our community is to realize that what we're doing in the medium to long term is we're building a community, and you can choose to be a part of that, or you may prefer just to be a completely passive member, and that's perfectly okay. But we are accumulating our crypto, and the best way to accumulate crypto is over the next 3, 4, 5 years, because just like property doesn't go up overnight, it tends to go up over a medium to long term. So that's why we're recommending that this would be a fantastic thing to do, provided you have a medium to long term strategy. In terms of the risk, we believe that we've eliminated most, if not all, of the risk, because the coin that we are minting, the coin that we're producing, has a fixed value. It has a fixed value of $100,000. And what that means is if you generate $1,000 worth of coins this month, those coins are going to have $1,000 worth of value this time next month. So it eliminates completely the risk of volatility. Now, what I've been doing since I got started back in October is I've been producing my coins, but putting those coins back into my minting farm in order to produce more coins the following month. And I'll show you how that's been working for me in just a few moments. So those are the two applications. As I say, if you go for the dashboard minting, you don't need any applications at all. But if you go for this option, you'll simply download them from either the Apple Store or the Google Store. And these are the different licenses. Now, at the moment, we're in a very exciting time because these minting licenses, minting for what we call PLCUX, are going to disappear literally at the end of this month. And if you take out these minting licenses now, they are going to provide you with an extra additional incentive. And the incentive is that if you take out, for example, the basic minter costing 1,100 euros, instead of being able to load just 0.01 PLCUX, which is around about $1,000 worth, you'll now be able to load 3 times that, which is 0.03. So that means you're going to generate far more income because you've got 3 times the load that you would normally have in the minting farm. Now, in terms of loading $3,000, for example, for those people who might buy the basic minter, you don't have to load $3,000 to start with. You might load maybe 500 or maybe 1,000. But using the income that you're going to be generating from your minting farm, you can reintroduce that the next month, so that next month you will have more in your minting farm. You'll have more the next month, the next month, and the next month. And maybe you might load your minting farm to the maximum over the course of the next 3 or 4 months, and that's absolutely perfect. But it means that today, instead of having to buy 3 minting licenses, each costing $1,100 to load $3,000 worth, you can buy just the one minting license costing $1,100 and load it with up to 0.03 PLCUX. And that 300% maximum load applies to all these minting licenses right now for the next few days. I can't remember what date it is, but very soon that's going to reduce to 200%. And at the end of this month, these minting licenses will no longer be available. We'll be minting for something called Ultima Token. Now, if you do buy the basic minter or the medium, the plus, the pro, the premium, or the Ultima, you'll also qualify for that debit card, the MasterCard, and that is included in the package. So those are the 3 steps again. Register your account, buy the minting license, and you can either mint and produce these coins directly from your account, or you can download those 2 applications and mint and produce directly from your phone or your tablet. So yes, we're talking about a world of opportunity. We've got the cashback program, which we haven't talked about. We've got the debit card, which allows you to live the lifestyle. We've got the travel platform. We've got financial education, leadership coaching, which we provide on a regular basis during the course of the week, and also this community of more than 2 million members. So effectively, you can join this new exciting world of cryptocurrency, but you're never on your own. You've got the help and support of all this community, including all this training and coaching that we provide completely free of charge. So that concludes that part of the presentation. I now want to take you on to the slide here, talking about the new smart blockchain. Now, all of these coins that you're producing in PLCUX, you can swap all of them into this new smart coin. And that's because we've now launched our own smart blockchain, a little bit like Ethereum, if you know anything about Ethereum. And also, if you know about Ethereum, you'll know that the value of Ethereum is around about $1,500 a coin. Now, Ethereum is the mother coin for the Ethereum network. So when companies promote their projects or their tokens on the Ethereum network, they have to use Ethereum as their method of payment to pay for their transactions. And we're going to be using Smartcoin on our smart blockchain. But this is a smart blockchain. And what that means is it's the most advanced, it's the fastest, it's the most sophisticated blockchain right now. And this is going to host all our projects, but we're also inviting other people to host their projects and their tokens as well. And on this next slide, you'll see what that's going to look like. We're going to have all these different products and services. And we also believe that we're probably going to become the first company to be registered and licensed to do what we call tokenization. But the important thing is at the center of all of that smart blockchain is we're going to have our smart coin. And the more popular, the more in demand that smart blockchain becomes, the more valuable the smart coin becomes. And we can swap all of our PLCUX into this smart coin. And instead of being able to sell it immediately, we're going to get paid 1% the first year, 2% the second year, and 97% the third year. So that also could be very, very profitable. So that's the second thing I want to show you. The third thing I want to show you is this coin called Ultima Token. But just before I do that, let's just remind ourselves we're talking about a company that's been established 7 years. We've got 2 million members. We've definitely proved that this concept works. We've proven that this is a successful business. We've proved that this technology works. And we've got proof that this company is the market leader. So that's our history. Now, this is our new coin, or this is our new token, shall I say, launching on the 30th of this month. And the difference between a coin and a token is a token sits on somebody else's blockchain. A coin sits on its own blockchain. So with this smart blockchain that I talked about a few moments ago, that's going to have its own coin because it sits on its own blockchain. This token is going to sit on this smart blockchain. So this is going to sit on there as a token. But this is going to launch on the 30th of March at 10 cents. And we had a coin which launched in the month of December last year at 10 cents. And it grew from 10 cents to 106,000 within 3 to 4 months by March, April of last year. And we anticipate this is going to happen again with the Ultima token. It had the same initial supply of 20,000. It had the same maximum supply of 11 million. And of course, this token is completely decentralized. We've now got a huge demand because when we launched the coin back in December of 2021, it had about 800,000 members. And this time we've got 2 million members. So we've got exactly what we call the same tokenomics as last time, but we've got 2.5 times the number of members. And we've also introduced a number of measures to prevent the coin from being dumped on the market. Okay, so this is really what we're talking about. And in terms of minting, let me just talk about the options. If someone was to buy the Ultima token, for example, you bought it on the open market, let's say you bought it at $5,000. If the value of that coin didn't go up above 5,000, then of course you haven't made any income. But if it went up to $100,000, you've made $95,000. You've done really, really well. But of course, these coins are volatile. These tokens are volatile, and you might find that you buy that token at 5,000, and maybe it could fall down to 2,500 before it goes back up to 25,000. And in that moment of panic, you might sell that token, and you might sell it at 2,500, which means that you've actually got a net loss of $2,500. So what I'm going to just point out here is what we've been talking about when we talk about minting, when we talk about producing these coins on our phone or our tablet or from our account. You're going to acquire this minting license, and you're going to deposit your PLCUX into your account, or in this example, the Ultima token. Those tokens on the Ultima minting license are going to be frozen for 36 months. But every single month, you're going to earn 60%. So what that means is you're going to start off with one token, for example, and over the course of the next 12 months, you're going to accumulate 7.2 times more than what you started with. So at the end of 36 months, also the token that you've frozen also becomes available. So in total, you've now accumulated 8.2 tokens. Now you imagine if those tokens go up to $100,000, then you've got $820,000 worth of tokens, and all you started with was a token costing 5,000. So can you see what I'm saying? This is a medium to long-term business, but without doubt, you're far better off producing your own coins or producing your own tokens from minting than you are simply by holding the token in your account and facing the risk that it might go up, it may go down, but you're not going to multiply your initial outlay. By getting involved in minting, you're going to multiply your initial outlay by 8.2 times, whilst we've got this offer on where you're generating 60% per month. So yes, you can become the producer of your own tokens or your own coins, and it's very fast, it's very easy, it's maximum security, and of course it's fast duplication because you may know other people that also want to be involved in crypto, and if you introduce those into this business, you can also generate immediate commissions which are payable on the cost of the licenses that they may purchase. So what I want to do now is I want to show you my account, and this is my account here. In fact, let me just go back here. You'll see my name at the top here, top right, Malcolm Pennington, and you'll see that currently my minting farm is full. I've now got over $34,000 worth of PLCUX deposited in my account. So if you multiply that by 60%, that's basically what I'm generating on a monthly basis, which is very nice. And I've managed to do that by buying not just one minting license, but you'll see I've been buying many minting licenses. So I don't think it matters how you get started. What I do think is important that you do get started, because people want knowledge, they want information, they want all these things, but the best knowledge, the best experience comes from taking action. And that's what I've been doing since I got started back in October last year. So I bought my first minting license on the 30th of September for 1,100, as you can see. I bought another one a month later on the 14th of October. I bought another one in November. And then on the 29th of November, I actually bought 6. I bought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All of them for 1,100 and one of them for 5,500. So because I've bought lots of licenses and there's no limit to how many licenses you might decide to purchase, that means I can load more money into my minting farm. And that's why I've now got 34,000 loaded into my minting farm. So that's what has been happening for my account. And what I'm going to do now, I'm actually going to stop sharing my screen and I'm going to go back to my tablet. And on my tablet, I'm going to show you my minting farm. So let me do that right now. And you'll see what it actually looks like on a day-by-day basis. Okay, so you'll see at the top there, I've got my Ultima form, I've got my Ultima wallet. I'm going to click on this. And it shows the same information as we were just looking at inside my account. It also shows that I've been minting for something called PLCU Classic. It shows in my balance at the bottom here, I've got 0.033 PLCUC, but I've also got 0.1775 PLCUX, which is around about $17,753 sitting in my PLCUX account right now. If I click on this, these are all my smart contracts. So remember, I was saying that when you buy a minting license and you make a deposit, it creates a smart contract. So this was the first smart contract I created on the 14th of October. I made a deposit of $1,515, and literally a month later, on the 14th of November, I got paid 0.00909. As you can see, that's around about $909. So $909 as a percentage of 1,515 is 60%. And I've been receiving that 60% every single month since I started that smart contract. And the next time I'm going to get paid is on the 15th of April. But you'll see on there, it tells me not only the date, but also the time, including the hours, minutes, and seconds. So this is wonderful for knowing exactly when you're going to get paid and how much you're going to get paid. And I've now deposited 23 times into my account. So therefore, I've now got 23 different smart contracts. It means that I'm getting paid 23 times a month. Okay, so that's my personal experience. I'm going to stop sharing that right now. And come back to the Zoom meeting. And if there's any questions, I can answer those at the end of this presentation. But that rounds off this presentation. I'm going to stop recording. And if you're watching this on YouTube, perhaps I'll leave some details in the description box. So thanks for your time. Have a great day. And I look forward to speaking to you again soon in the future, talking about PLC Ultima and the new Ultima token.